Anthony, thanks very much. And as if by magic, Toto appears. Toto, a good session. You're right up there. How are you feeling?
First of all, I'm sorry for Yuki, because I think we damaged one of the good bits of his car.
Yeah.
Was our mistake. We need to identify what happened. Not quite sure. But the session was grim at the beginning, but then I think George had a proper lap, and that was good enough for on P1. And with Kimi after the shunt in the pit lane, it was all messy. Obviously,
Sure.
It's going to be okay.
Are you going to be a factor, do you think, in this? Are you going to upset the apple cart a little bit for the McLarens and the Red Bulls?
I think on a single lap, yes. On a long run, as we've seen yesterday, I don't think so.
But you're expecting to go faster also, no? With temperatures dropping? That's your usual favorite, isn't it?
That's our usual favorite, but in this day and age, you don't know what your favorite is anymore. So yesterday, it wasn't our favorite. So, yeah, hopefully we can play in the front and tomorrow, feature a bit.
With George maybe playing a role then in the championship right out front there, does it matter to you that McLaren is running Mercedes engines? Like, is that part of the consideration at all when it comes to it, or you just literally do not care, Red Bull or McLaren?
No, we have to keep out of this. This is a three-way fight between three drivers. The Constructor Championship is won by McLaren with our power unit. May the best man win tomorrow.
Toto, can we, once we've got you, obviously last weekend of the year, do our usual kind of reflection on the season? How do you sum up? Looks like you're pretty good for second place, barring something going wrong and Yuki coming to the party for Red Bull.
I think when we look back at the stats in 10 years, we will be saying if we're looking back at the stats, we'll be saying, after so many World Championship titles, you finish third, second, fourth, second, you will see that it's respectable. But the problem is that every year there was someone that was pretty strong running away with a championship. So I would classify us this year in a, let's say, solid, respectable way. If it is P2 with a couple of race wins and pole positions, many podiums, but it's just not what we would want to do.
Let's talk about Kimi Antonelli quickly also. It seemed so much harder for him to get into it this year than we all expected, because he is a generational talent. But at the same time now it looks like he turned that corner, and he found his mojo, which gives you a lot of hope for next year, I suppose, as well. What do you put down? Why was it so difficult? And do you agree that now he's off in a good way?
Yeah, I think nobody ever doubted the talent and the speed that he has and the ability in a racing car. But I think what we underestimated was his age. You're being thrown into this wild circus here, cope with the pressures, with the media, the expectations of yourself. And you find yourself in a little bit of a crisis, and it's difficult to dig yourself out. But I agree with you, he's on the up now. He's had a year of learning, and next year when he comes to Melbourne, he's going to know what this is all about, and I think that will be a strong year.
If you do have the best engine, let's say, do you think he's ready to fight for a championship? You've said that George is, but do you think Kimi will be okay next year for that?
I don't want to increase even more pressure on him. If we were to have a good power unit, then there is three other teams that will have that too. I think that George, in his current flow, is the strongest teammate, maybe with Max, that you can have, and that's why we wouldn't expect any of this.
Can I ask you about the backlash that Kimi faced last weekend in Qatar? I mean, it's been roundly condemned. It's absolutely abhorrent what comes up on social media. You got the apology from Red Bull and an apology from GP because of this incident where initially thought that Kimi had done something or waved him through, but obviously it wasn't happened. That's not how it happened. It was a genuine error. What do you say to those people that have trolled him?
Well, first of all, I'm thankful because Oliver, who runs Red Bull, and GP and Laurent have reached out and have apologized, which I think just shows, the class of our competitors also. To the ones that sit behind their keyboard, they're just sick. I'm sad for them. Like I said many years ago, you're having a laptop on your chest. God knows what you have done just before you've written that little note. So I've no respect for anyone to go and screw you.
Yeah, I mean, it's horrible. So also to everybody watching, definitely, if you're one of those people, that must be stopped. That is completely unacceptable. Toto, you've been there, you've been on the knife's edge for fighting for championships. What advice do you give? Red Bull has been there a lot, but everybody at McLaren, it's kind of their first time that it goes to the wire like that with their driver and with two drivers. What is your words of advice that you would have to McLaren?
As you know, we've been there a few times also together, and I think there is nothing advice you can give. It's just super stressful. I wouldn't want to be in Zach's shoes here, knowing that this is Max that is going against you.
I need one here, though. I'm not going to let you go. One word of advice. We need a detail. Whether it's do business as usual or try and keep it fair between the drivers, or there needs to be something here.
No, I think at that stage you need to be ruthless. Go for the championship. Ultra narrow focus. Only the title counts here. Whatever needs to be done in the race, and may the best man win.
There you go. Thanks, Toto. Always a pleasure to talk to you. Appreciate it, and best of luck.